good. What's up, Richthofen's Revenge? Yeah. You won 20. That's awesome. This guy just invited me to a party. This Buck guy. I think we've played. Well, obviously we played because he's on my friends list, but I don't know. I don't know what he wants to do. I kind of want to play Outbreak. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Doing real good. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Hey, zombie boss. You didn't catch me earlier?
Be advised, strike team is on the ground in the OZ.
Weaver, our disruptor satellite has good alignment.
Glad I'm on
Ready
again.
to breach.
Hell yeah.
We're on it, Carver. Uplink terminal should be just ahead.
It's going pretty good, man. How's your night going?
It has been so long. The seals must be broken. Good. 2 locks left.
Some pretty bad shooting.
Yes. Now finish it. Finally, I will be freed. You answered my call for aid. I will return the favor.
I guess this.
It's a gob of zombies, my god. My goodness.
Death machine ready.
What is this? Yeah.
Once activated, the disruptor finds Apex targets with high Aetherium concentrations and extracts them from the dark ether.
Connection established. System nominal. Locking target. Initiating firing sequence.
Apex HVT act as commanders for the Horde. I want it eliminated.
Firing in 3,
That's an Omega helicopter. You're cleared to pursue.
2, 1.
Omega bird down. Nice shooting.
Tender confirmed.
Put them down for good, team.
Multiple threats inbound.
Get back to it. I want that threat eliminated. Target reacquired, southeast of your position. It's running. Track it down. Target reacquired, southwest of your position.
Apex threat eliminated, Carver.
Taking out these commanders is no small feat, but slowly we're making a dent in their forces.
There's a spider in the girls' room the size of a $50. Christ. I just need to spray everywhere with that home defense stuff, probably. Well, it doesn't really work. I don't know. Shit don't work. Point check. I forgot the Omega crate. Fuck. Yeah, spiders are fucked, dude. They're little bastards.
Weaver, I'm having trouble reaching one of our data station research units.
Yeah, you guys let me forget.
Strike
Way to
team,
go.
proceed to dot the site.
Hey, Brady. How's it going, dude? Life is good. For now. Right, you know, it's good. It's going. Pretty good. Crazy to see me at night. I know, man. Normally, I turn into a pumpkin. No, I know. I just don't ever stream at night, though. Look out. Oh, Tempest is at me.
Science team is KIA. Strike team will resume specimen analysis.
Don't forget to grab the specimen head.
Stop messing up the truck. Oh my god.
Best.
You're high too. You got the. You're so high. You got the giggles and shit. Hell yeah, that's fun. I need to get there with you. I'm working on it. Oh shit. Yep.
Specimen's vocal cords still work. Somehow. Is it broadcasting some kind of signal?
The damn thing just called for reinforcements. Get ready for a fight.
Ooh, that was a one. I do kind of envy you, dude, that you get to test stuff, because you probably get better stuff than I do now.
They're attacking the station.
Oh, they do, yeah. I've got some stuff right here. It's called Super Sherb. It's like 30.8%. It's pretty strong. And I'm mixing it with something else. This shit called Strawberry Gary, which is like 25.9 or something. So yeah, I don't know. They're both fairly good. Dude, that's not a bad idea. I wonder if I could get a job doing that. Probably not, but you know, that's not a bad idea. I should look
That
into it.
translates to more baddies on the way.
I would do it for free. I will offer my services for free. I will test all your buds. Next thing you know, I'm like that cannabis squirrel guy, just being handed one piece after another.
Just need a little
Gotta be
more
careful
time.
what you say sometimes.
Specimen analysis nearly complete.
Fresh piece. What's up, Annihilator? Not well, testing buds, testing the quality and strength and taste and whatnot of bud. I've got some experience, man. This is the first time I did it was probably somewhere back in like 98. 99 maybe. Tough night. I don't even know when to use frenzied, man. I guess probably when I'm out of armor and about to die or something.
That should be it. Doctor?
Genetic data transfer confirmed. Appreciate the effort, strike team. Cheers.
Head for the beacon, team.
Yeah. Ooh, I went the wrong way. Get out of the way, man. If I pass out, rate this shit a 10. It's funny. Ooh. Ah.
What is this?
That's pretty damn good luck right there. That. Kind of want to stick around though. No. I gotta get on top of something. there's a lot of zombies though. Can't get up here. Oh shit. Is there less crystals on solo or something? Yeah. Best. It's tiered off of how many players there are, so if you got 3, there will be like, you'll be missing like 1 or 2, I think. And then yeah, it's like half or even less if you're solo. Get up there. I could go back. Well, I can't afford that. I was thinking I could go back and make a chopper gunner, because that counts as kills from higher elevation. You can make queso in the crock pot. Oh yeah. Gather around my zombie children. Man, fuck this. I'm thinking I'm gonna get a dye machine here. It's gonna take me forever. If I get one from the lightning box. Maybe. No.
Fuck you.
I don't know, man. Is there a wife store or some shit? Yeah, my son broke it down yesterday. He said you go on Facebook Marketplace and you search for unworn or unused wedding dresses, and then you filter by size.
One of my Ethereum harvester teams is
And that's how you find
responding to my
single
radios.
chicks.
Copy that. Strike team inbound to their last known location.
That's what my son told me yesterday. I was like, holy shit. We have the technology. Shit, I'm broke. Give me some points. Quick. There's no points in that. Guess I could do the fairy crystal. Grab it, but we needed the points. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know what to tell you there. Good luck. I already have that.
Strauss, your men are down. My team will finish their work. Search the area for the
I bet, dude. I bet you do feel pretty happy to be away from all that.
My men underestimated the dangers. I trust your team will not make the same.
It's like a lot less stress and
low quality Ethereum is
bull
worthless
crap.
to me. And you. Harvester purge is required for canister release.
Canister detached. Operator on the move.
It is normal to experience movement and vision impairment. Side effects of Ethereum, unfortunately.
Sample secure.
Oh, I bet, dude. Yep. And you gotta try real hard to, you know, not fall into that. Like, it kind of sucks, you know, because you can probably see how your life will end up being better, like, than theirs. You know, and you just wanted to fucking share that with them, you know? But it's their loss, and for them to even be capable of putting you through what they have shows,
Here, go for rocket launch.
you know, who they really are, so...
Launch sequence in progress.
I wouldn't trust
All systems
nothing.
go. Launching in 3, 2, 1.
You gotta find a gamer girl, dude.
Burnout.
Some
Rocket on
crazy
board for delivery.
fucking
Finally.
chick online.
Once have the
I don't know.
Ethereum, my
They seem to
work
be
may continue.
probably what you're looking for, maybe.
Located, strike team.
But that's tough too, you know, I don't know. They're fucking usually married and shit too, so it's a fucking shit show. There are some games though, man, that are almost like dating sites. Oh, look at that. There's my diamond chain. I need a mule kick though. Yeah. It's, well, we don't really need anything else. We could easy kill the skulls, though. Let's go kill this guy just for fun. He's in my neighborhood and I don't like him. Yeah, we'll do skulls real quick. Yeah, just like I said, just keep working on yourself, Brady. Keep working on yourself, improve yourself, and you will become more and more attractive to, you know, the ladies or whatever potential, you know, woman you're looking for, and then
I want them all dead.
then, you know, I don't know, it's tough to like be in that mindset of not really trying to find anything because you don't want to like screw up your plan of, you know, bettering yourself. Because you still have to like stay somewhat aware of what's going on. Like there could be, you know, could be ladies like making little passes and stuff, you know, but you may not realize it because you may just think it's like nothing. Women will be really coy about it though, man. They won't. Well, I don't know. Some of them might be kind of forward, but most of the time they're not. They're gonna be real hinty and shit and not really tell you anything.
Horde threat eliminated. Nice work, strike team.
Yeah, dude, there's this whole movement called, what is it? Oh, shit. Passport Bros, I think? There's, like, all these dudes that are just leaving the country to go find chicks, basically, because the chicks out of country, like, over in different countries and stuff are a lot more traditional. And then, you know, chicks here in America are kind of stuck up and on some weird fucking agenda that they've been spoon-fed their whole life through chick flicks and social influencing of all sorts of shit. But yeah, there's a lot of that going on, I guess. Dudes are going to like Brazil and Japan and all sorts of different places to find a wife, pretty much. Be pretty expensive, you know.
Ready to be deployed. Understood, Doctor. Strike team is on route.
Probably be the best thing to do, though. I wouldn't, you know, I don't know. I wouldn't trust anything else, maybe. Seen that shit. And these women have to know. Well, I feel like there's just more women than men. You know, the numbers are saying that it's really close, like if you look it up. But man, it doesn't feel like it, dude. I don't know. I just think there's way more women for some reason.
The unique material into dark ether objects.
Drop zones identified, commencing with firing sequence. Firing in 3, 2, 1.
The modules have been deployed. Observe the skies to see where they fall. Get away from there. The rocket exhaust will incinerate you if you are too
I
close.
like the rocket
Leave for the
exhaust.
plasma field.
Establishing plasma field perimeter. Plasma field perimeter established.
Fill the module tank to proceed to conversion.
Protect the module, team. Don't let them destroy it.
Essence capacity at 25%. Essence capacity at 50%. Essence capacity at 75%. Essence capacity.
Yeah, they're saying, you know, it's like when we were kids, there was like 1% of the population was gay, and then like 10 years ago it was like 5% or 2% or some shit. And this next generation that's coming up, like the kids that are kids right now, it's like 25%.
Essence capacity at 50%.
You know, it's a huge jump. And it's because it's trendy. It's, you know, there's a lot of different reasons why people are choosing
Essence capacity at
to claim,
75%.
you know, all these different statuses, basically.
Essence capacity at maximum.
I mean, it's like a veil of protection for a lot of them who otherwise wouldn't qualify, you know.
Unfortunately for you, the study of raw essence is currently restricted to the outbreak zones. I am working on that problem.
Gotta get the points.
Anomaly located. Ready when you are.
Love watching the pooch in the stream. What the what? Are you saying that my beard looks like an animal? Like a wild animal on my face? What? Are you saying I have shit on my chin? Poo chin? What? Oh, in the Montana, in the water stream. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, Peter, that's some pretty funny footage, seeing them swim. I'm sorry, Peter. I'm sorry, man. You're like, no, none of those things. God.
Do not be afraid.
What's wrong with you?
Find the locks. Destroy them.
You seen the stream video? I got some more footage today. Ooh, that was a one shot.
Two remain.
I don't know how good it would look if I were to pull it up. was loud. It was really loud because it was like I had the camera right under like the bubbling part of the water coming over these rocks and stuff, so it's like a turbulent part of the current, I guess. I don't know.
Head west. Free. I swear filthy as long as you are here.
What? We got that done, that.
Reconnaissance rover in your area is ready for dimensional transfer.
The team is on their way. We'll get that rover to the breach point.
Double points.
That rover provides vital data on the dark ether and its impact on organic matter. Make sure it safely crosses the dimensional plane.
You'll need to stay with the rover as it searches for a stable breach.
Scanning for departure gate for payload specimen. Warning, incoming threats detected.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna put that video on my Wind Chime in the Woods channel. I don't know.
Rover systems just crashed.
I kind of want to. I'm not sure if I should do that or not. Really, I was thinking about only having Wind Chime stuff on there, but I could just do a bunch of different like nature stuff, maybe like some sunset, sunrise type videos and stuff, like without wind chimes even. I don't know. But yeah, I was thinking about putting that on my other channel. Have you seen that one, Peter? That is a pretty good sleeping channel. I don't know.
blast.
Good, this
Starting
guy.
remote reboot.
Just zapping my rover.
Systems restored. Scanning area.
The stream is in the woods. It's actually right there where I've filmed most of the wind chime in the woods videos. It's actually a lot of the wind chime in the woods videos were filmed not quite as far into the woods as that swimming hole.
Closer scan required.
Yeah, I guess I could just title it Crick in the Woods. It's in the woods, right?
Commencing scan for stable temporal temperature.
I'm sure nobody will object, really, because it's a pretty cool place. Like,
Anomaly.
well, and I don't know, I like the
Continuing
sound of
standard scanning procedures.
the underwater. Like, it's, I think you could sleep to it. You might have to turn it down a little bit. I don't know. But I think people could sleep to that. Like, if it came up in the playlist, or if you were, if you fell asleep to a wind chime video and then that came up, it probably wouldn't, like, terrorize you, I don't think. I don't know, it might wake you up, though. Wake you up feeling like you gotta go to the bathroom because you're just hearing the sound of running water.
Team outside. Safe escort parameters.
What the hell?
Beginning approach. Scanning for stable dimensional conduit. Anomaly does not meet specifications. Resuming scan.
Yeah. I've been meaning to get more wind chime footage and stuff, but it's just been smoky. There's been a lot of fires the last couple weeks, and like with that comes helicopters and spotter planes and everything else, so it's hard to get like good ASMR footage when there's all that shit flying around. It's bad enough that I got a train that wants to come through like every time
Dark ether
I go to make a video.
detected. Moving to intercept.
There's our breach. Get through it.
I feel like
Should be
distant train horn,
Left push. We can finish this.
isn't that bad, but helicopters and shit. Oh, Jesus Christ, we almost died.
Rover has crossed the threshold. Great. Do you have a signal?
Affirmative. Escort successful.
But yeah,
We are
helicopters
receiving
and
now.
whatnot are
Well done, everyone.
pretty loud.
The beacon's nearby. Activate when ready.
Man, I wish I had the electrobolt. Whoa. Ruka. Let's hold out.
Weaver, satellite shows a dark ether power node in your area.
We need that crystal destroyed. Find it and do your job.
Yeah. Did not get any closer. Really need to go triple pack my Ray K though. Stop biting me. Savages. How dare you? Fire bitch was in that little shack. I am not trying to get her attention.
Place those charges. We need that portal closed and this infestation contained.
You're eating the crumbs of these chips. Are they good though? You're that hungry? But too lazy to get something. And too cheap to order Uber. Fuck yeah, I am too, dude. That's like calling somebody up and being like, hey, I'll buy you dinner if you go get me dinner. That's what that shit is. You want some Wendy's? Man. That sounds pretty good. I could eat some Wendy's. Babe, let's drive to Kalispell 120 miles away and get some Wendy's. What? Oh, okay. She's making queso. You need a Frosty and some fries so you can dip your fries in your Frosty. We ain't driving to Kalispell. No, I know, I know. One of these nights we're gonna do like instead of Harold and Kumar go to White Castle, it's gonna be Ramsey and Callie go to Kalispell, and we're gonna go there to get some food. It's about the same distance. You know, it would take an hour and a half. It's like a whole movie. We'll just film it and get stoned and laugh and tell jokes and pretend to ride a cougar, and we'll have a movie on our hands. Yeah, we'll go to Taco Bell. What are you motherfuckers doing in here? Good. Oh, good. This realm will be my tomb. You rolled a 69, I seen it. That's pretty exciting, dude. I mean, not really, but, you know, we'll all be real immature and pretend like it means that you just 69'd a chick or something. You were gonna do chicken nachos, but they seriously had no chickens? What? What the hell kind of shit is that? They had no chickens?
Gateway closed.
Nice work. Ethereum infestation levels are receding across the region.
What the hell are we supposed to eat?
Beacon location has been identified.
The store was packed and there was a line for the deli. That's amazing. Everybody's like, feed me, I don't know how to cook. Us included. No, I'm just kidding. Damn it. So you're telling me now that there's not going to be any chicken on my nachos. Let them know, Rambo. So sad now. Are you trying to gamble 69? I think the minimum might be 100 or something. Ooh, 65.
Field ops. Energy research has lost communication with the mobile harvester team.
I've identified the vehicle's last known location. My team's en route.
There's a 5-minute timer for what? Oh, for him to gamble again? I read you.
We've located the harvested transport. And what's left of your men. Locate the
like in the night stream
to begin extraction.
Your team
nice.
must complete the work. Take the vehicle to the first extraction site. These vortices construct the terraforming crystals. Extract the primordial Ethereum for analysis. There's the vortex. Do not be shy. Extraction is an instant process. Do not be alarmed that your vehicle has lost power. It should be back in working order once all the primordial Ethereum is...
Oh yeah, I always forget to go under the truck.
Extraction at 25%. Extraction at 75%.
Bravo!
That's one done. The next port.
Oh, you want to calm down, do you? Oh, I see. We'll get it nice and calm around here.
Close. Time is of the essence.
Extraction at 25%. Extraction at 50%.
Just kind of wait on it.
Extraction.
Good. Now deliver the samples before containment failure. These harvesters were not designed for primordial Ethereum.
I gotta do it. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Containment at 75%.
Oh, fucks. They're spawning fast. And in big numbers, oh my god.
Deposited, Strauss. Your go for launch.
Assets secured, Control. Proceed when ready.
Launch sequence in progress. All systems go. Launching in 3, 2, 1. Satellite shows successful launch. Trajectory plotted. Package is en route.
Primordial Ethereum remains a mystery. These samples will help evolve our understanding.
Beacon site identified. Proceed when ready.
Oh, good. It's Armada. Hopefully it's a limb. I haven't had a limb in a while. It's looking like retrieve.
Reaver, Energy Research has lost communications with an Ethereum harvester team.
My team's already en route, Dr. Strauss. Damn. Looks like we're too late. Strike team, finish harvesting the Aetherium. Recover the Aetherium and load it into the
rats.
extraction rocket.
Ethereum samples are essential to my work. Handle with care. It is not entirely stable. Do try to hurry. Ethereum degradation begins the very moment of harvester detachment. Purge the unit in order to release the canister.
Oh, good. It's the Fury Crystal.
They have the Aetherium, Strauss. Moving to the rocket.
They get super loud under the water.
And vision impairment. Side effects of Ethereum, unfortunately.
Sample secure.
Oh no, I failed the Fury Crystal.
That's the last of it, Dr. Strauss. Here, go for rocket launch.
Requiem, you may launch when ready.
Launch sequence in progress. All systems go. Launching in 3, 2, 1. Systems show good burnout. Rocket on course for delivery.
Well done. I never doubted the fact that I was in the most capable of hands.
The beacon's nearby. Activate when ready.
Glova. Whoa. We're teleporting. Escort again. Ugh. And I still don't have Electrobolt.
Field ops, we've deployed a Dark Ether recon rover near your position.
Strike team, get to the coordinates to begin rover escort.
Is there anything about LAV-25 maintenance that I miss? Not really. I don't know, it was kind of fun, you know. The vehicles were cool. Even though they were old and kind of shitty, they were still pretty cool. Like when we would do, it was like semi-annual maintenance. We would have to like pull the engine out and like redo the gasket on the turbo and a bunch of other weird shit. And we would end up doing a lot of that ourselves.
Make sure it safely
We like, for some reason, we didn't have gaskets for our turbos, like ever. Apparently they were really expensive, so the mechanics would just use manila folders. Like they would take a manila folder and like squish the turbo down on top of it kind of to get an imprint of it, and then they would make a gasket out of that and like some RTV or whatever. Probably why they didn't last very long.
Return to rover to resume escort.
No, I wasn't an actual mechanic, but we only had one mechanic for our whole platoon, you know, so there's 4 LAVs, there's one guy that's got to do all the maintenance, right? Well, he's in charge of all the maintenance, so what he does is he goes from each vehicle to the next, telling everybody what needs to be done, and if it's like really like complicated stuff, they will do it, you know, like torque specs, and like if bolts have to be torqued to a certain whatever, you know, there's things that they'll definitely do. But there was like echelons of maintenance, allegedly, you know, where they said like, I don't remember exactly how it went, but it was like, you know, if it was like a really complex maintenance thing on the vehicle, it was supposed to be outside of our echelon, and we weren't supposed to be able to do it. But, you know, because we would have a mechanic supervise us, right? We were allowed to do a lot of that stuff. So we basically did most of the work, and then the mechanics would pretty much sign off on it. Or, you know, they would just stand there and watch you do it.
Rift has ejected the payload. Get back to the rover. Remarkable. Even with its brief exposure, the specimen has already experienced dimensional metamorphosis.
Continue escort team.
Jacobus? I don't think so, man. Doesn't sound familiar. If that was a first name, I didn't really know a lot of the guys' first names. Especially if they weren't in my platoon. If they were in my platoon or on my vehicle, I might have known it, you know. Especially once I got to be an NCO, like, I kind of had to know, like, all the guys on my vehicle and, like, their blood types, all this shit. I had to have it all wrote down and ready to go in case, you know, something happened, but... Last name? No, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that name. Like, I'm trying to picture it as a name tape, you know, and I really, that's a weird one to me. I don't think I've ever seen it. I've seen a lot of different names, too. It's, you know, when you see, like, a Native American in the military, that's kind of an interesting thing. They'll have, like, Running Bear or all sorts of different names on their name tape, and you'd be like, just kind of taken aback by it, you know, because usually you see, like, I don't know, traditional names, I guess, I don't know. Foot pounds, yeah. Well, I think there's inch pounds and foot pounds. Or maybe it's inch ounces. I don't know. I think it is inch pounds.
Rover has crossed dimensional threshold. Dr. Gray, confirm status.
No!
After I was done with my time in the Marines, though, I did think about maybe getting into, like, being a diesel mechanic or something, you know, because that's pretty much what I did. The majority of the time I was in was spent working on that, working on those vehicles. Probably not really the majority, but it felt like a big part of my time was spent, you know, fixing those damn things.
Safe escort parameters.
Be a mechanic at a car dealership? Yeah, probably. Like a used car dealership where they scam everybody.
Perfect. Initial scan suggests breach stability exceeds required parameters.
Sometimes they're soft, sometimes they're crispy. I don't know. The vanilla wafers. These ones are soft and now you're confused. I think if you leave the box open, they get kind of crispy. But they're kind of soft if you like when you first open the box. Callie's trying to make me hungry, you guys. It's working. We just have registration. We don't have inspection stickers here.
We're through. Gray, confirm.
Scanning. Successful data link established. We're receiving now. Appreciate the help.
I think because there's just not very many people in the state, so we get away with it or something. I don't know. They're like, you guys don't emit enough of anything for anyone to be concerned. Vanilla wafers are crispy. Well, then I don't know. Maybe these ones have gone bad. Did you check? Did you check to see if they were lumpy yet? Fish sticks are known to be crispy. Yeah, if you cook them right, you know, you gotta flip them. You gotta flip them shits about halfway through the cooking. Otherwise, they get all soggy, and no one likes a soggy fish stick. No one. No one. I know how you kids like them soggy.
We've located a dimensional power node ahead. It's starting the ether terraforming
Babe,
process
now I
in this
want
region.
fish sticks with ketchup.
My team's on.
Oh shit, this mimic's trying to get me. I need to load a bowl. This is bullshit. He's coming right for us. We're in big trouble here. We're gonna have to like react and shit. We're gonna have to like unpause it and then hold left or maybe even right on our left stick and move out of the way. Because he's gonna come and just swing on me right away. Soggy, limp fish sticks. Smothered in ketchup and maybe even ranch dressing. Because we're feeling adventurous. Yeah. I don't think he is, dude. I don't think he is. I don't even know.
Carver, consider it done.
Why wasn't it Duga? Oh man, it's holdout again. That's it, we're cheating. I need to get really safe. Like on the next level. So we're parking this car in the building and we're gonna get really high while we're in the holdout. Uh-oh, there's a Tempest though. It's gonna ruin my plan. It's gonna ruin my plan, man. It's gonna ruin it. Maybe not. He didn't follow us. Oh, Jesus Christ, there's so many of them. They completely ruined my plan. Wait, the car got out of the way, though. That's kind of good. It's kind of good. Just need to get rid of these Tempests. There's another car down here. Probably the Iraq War, dude. Like, I don't know. There was a lot of things about my childhood that were pretty fucked up and pretty scary, but and there were times when I was a kid growing up that I was probably in close to the same danger, you know, honestly. But yeah, the amount of danger and scariness that was in the combat zone was a lot different than what I had grown up with or whatever. Damn, that did not go as intended. Alright, we're just gonna do it legit. Maybe. Maybe the car will be where it needs to be in there somehow, but it's not. But we'll be fine. Yeah. Ooh, there's one more car. Let's try it. I think, you know, my main problem that I have is I just deal with a lot of anger. And I don't deal with it very well. So, you know, it's kind of a fault of mine, I guess. Sons of bitches are trying to take this car, but I'm gonna get it in there. I'm gonna get my safety meeting. Oh, that's looking real safe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Out of the way, Zambi. I got work to do. Yeah, he's got a sister, I think, that lives maybe in my hometown, like next town over. And then he's got another sister that, like, well, they're traveling the country, I think, or I don't know what the hell. I don't know where they are. I think they might be in Florida now. But yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I gotta get upstairs. Getting in my spot. We're nice and safe now. Yeah, I do know them. They're alright. Like most of you know, his siblings were pretty cool. I don't know. My uncles were all pretty cool. So they all had, you know, different issues and stuff, but who freaking doesn't, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I have a few cousins. There's like two that they grew up in the same town as me. Like, you know, they were a big part of my childhood, I guess. They were girls, and then my dad had two boys, so it was like his brother had two girls, and then he had two boys, I guess. And I don't know, it was a situation with that. I'm not sure exactly, but there was, I don't know who was jealous of what, but there was some sort of jealousy over something with that. I don't know. I think it was like my grandparents were upset that my dad had two boys and my uncle didn't have a son or something. I don't know. It was something stupid. It was, I don't know. But, you know, like, I think my grandparents on that side did play favorites a bit. Like they definitely seemed to like my cousins more than my brother and I don't know if they know all of it, man, but they know a lot of it. I don't know that I've ever really told any one person everything, you know. But, like, shit, I don't even remember a lot of things either, so. It's kind of the hard part. No. He had two brothers, I think. Like, well, he technically had three. Like, he had one that died when he was real little, and then my other two uncles, they died years back. Yeah.
Comms back online. Power node destroyed, Carver.
Yeah, I think my Uncle Russell was like in his 30s or some shit.
Until next time.
He was pretty young.
Anomaly located. Ready when you are.
Or no, he might have been older than that. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I can't remember, but maybe he was like shit, I don't know. Maybe he was like close to 50. I cannot remember. I didn't keep close contact with a lot of them after I like left my hometown, you know, growing up. Or when I joined the Marines, I kind of just got the hell out of here and didn't come back for like 10 years. I mean, I came back a little bit to visit, you know, but like I didn't live here. Kind of fell out of touch with a lot of people. Some of them I didn't really have a big life or, you know, like contact with at all. Like my uncles, I never really had much of a relationship with them. Like they were around, but you know, my Uncle Russell lived in the town that we did, basically, right? So he would have been, I don't know, man. He could have been one of the people to maybe tell my dad, you know, what the fuck, but no one was gonna stand up to him, dude. It would have been death, basically. Like, it would have been a fight to the death, probably. So no one was gonna just be like, oh, you need to not be abusing your kids, you know. Which sucked for us, because we were just getting fucking annihilated. Just getting tortured all the time, so. Yeah, we did. We got together on holidays and stuff like that. Yep.
After you have terminated them, of course.
Satellite locked in position. ECM's prepped for launch.
I don't know how much I've explained of all this, but when I was like 7 years old, you know, I was in grade school and I was getting beat pretty bad by my dad. Like, my teacher noticed my bruises and stuff, and so CPS got called. Like, this lady come in from CPS and she asked me what was going on, and I told her, I was like, you know, my dad will grab me by a wrist and an ankle and throw me into the wall, like literally against the fucking wall at like face high for him, and then I'll bounce off the wall, hit the top of the couch, bounce off that, hit the foot of the couch, bounce off that, hit the fucking floor. He's right there as I'm on the floor, just kicking the hell out of me. If I stand up, he like clotheslines me or punches me, and if I stay down, he just keeps kicking me. And you know, that's what I told the CPS lady. And then like this whole thing went down with my dad. He tried to kill himself. He ended up taking a bunch of pills. He tried to get me to stab him. It was a fucking crazy situation, but either way, he fucking went away for like 90 days, or it was like almost 6 months or some shit. And while he was gone, the whole time my mom told me that it was my fault that he had got locked up and that I needed to keep my fucking mouth shut about stuff, you know, that was going on in the house and whatever. And then when my dad got home, that was pretty much the way things went. My brother and I would go to school and we would make up stories to cover for what was happening to us. And I don't, you know, I think our teachers like wanted to believe that shit, you know, so that they wouldn't have to think that we were getting abused. But like my sophomore year of high school, my dad ended up going to prison. He got in some trouble, you know, and he got locked up for like 20 years. So after he was gone, like my senior year of high school, I was like getting pretty into writing and stuff, and I wrote a paper about my dad and some of the things that he had done to us growing up. And that's when a lot of the faculty, like all the teachers I had growing up, figured out that, you know, that's what was really going on. And it was pretty sad. You know, I had a lot of teachers, even the principal called me into his office and was just bawling. Everybody thought my dad was too dangerous to confront, dude. My dad shot a man in the head. That guy didn't die, you know, he got grazed or whatever. He gets up, fucking gets in his van, goes to town, goes to the hospital, tells the cops, you know. I get home from school, my dad's sitting in his recliner all beat up, and the cops didn't even come. They did not come to our house. The next day, I went to school, and at noon, the principal come into my class and told me that I needed to go home. And my brother was walking off campus at the same time, so I figured out that the two of us were sent home at the same time, and we were like, what the fuck? And then we go home, and my dad handed us each a gun and told us to get ready for the cops to come, and that we were going to have a shootout. And then they didn't come. Like, nobody came to our house for like at least a week. And we lived in the center of the town, dude. We lived a block from the police station. Hey, what's up, GT Mine? Yeah, nobody was coming to our house. My dad had like 30 guns, and he had like 1,000 rounds for each one. He had reloading equipment for all of it. And he fucking packed that shit around everywhere he went. He had a 44 Magnum on his hip pretty much at all times. With like, you know, 2 speed loaders, a fucking bunch of bullets going all the way around the belt. He was definitely one you didn't fuck with. And everybody fucking knew it. And he would drive around that little town smiling and waving at everybody. And everybody would just smile and wave back like he was just the nicest fucking guy. And in a lot of ways, he was a really nice guy. He would do a lot of crazy, like, charitable things that made it seem like he was this fucking badass dude, you know? He saved people's lives. I've fucking seen him save a baby's life. But, you know, and I don't know. Like, my dad definitely has, like, severe mental problems, so part of me feels bad for him. Part of me feels bad that I don't have a relationship with him and that I haven't talked to him since fucking 2007. Because, you know, it may not be his fault. But I don't know that I want to take that risk, you know. I don't even want to know. In my mind, I like to think that he's already dead. You know, and when they call me and tell me one of these days that he did die, that'll be just fine. Because I'm ready.
Unfortunately for you, the study of raw essence is currently restricted to the outbreak zones.
No, dude. See, that was the problem. When he got out of prison, he wanted to have a relationship with me. He wanted to meet with me and stuff. And
Site
I
identified. Proceed with landing.
I told my aunt to tell him that I would if he apologized for the things he did growing up. And that's all it had to be, was just one blanket apology. Yeah, I'm sorry I fucking was really hard on you and your brother when you were kids. You know, he fucking branded us. He held fully loaded fucking pistols to our head. He fucking chucked us around like rag dolls. The least he could do is be like, yeah, I apologize for that. And if he would have done that, I would have took him into my life, dude. I would have let him meet my kids. All that stuff. But yeah, he did not. He did not. He said he can't remember doing any of it. Which that very well may be the case, but I can remember all of it. I can remember what he did to me. I can remember what he did to my brother. And I ain't letting it go. I don't have to. I do have to take my medicine because it's almost fucking 9 o'clock. A mouthful of heart meds. My mouth was dry. Ugh.
Field ops, I have lost
Yeah, dude, I know.
one of my Ethereum harvesters, requesting
Believe me, I know.
investigate.
We'll investigate.
There's some things that, you know, like I said earlier, there's some things that I can't remember. There's times where I got in trouble. I can think back to things that I did wrong. Things that I actually did wrong, where I know I got in trouble. But I can't remember what happened. And that scares the fuck out of me, because I know it must have been something pretty terrible that I block it out. Because I remember, you know, a lot of the really fucked up shit. And, you know, so the stuff that I'm blocking out must be pretty bad.
Ethereum sample acquired.
You are now experiencing restricted movement and impaired vision, yes? Ethereum crystals are not only heavy, their radiation is potent. It is completely safe.
I mean, at the time, I would have been pretty upset, dude. Actually, I thought he did get killed. When he got arrested, well, so, you know, like I said earlier, he didn't go to jail initially, right? The cops didn't come to our house. He basically had a fucking, a silent standoff, you know, where the cops were calling him over the phone. And eventually they got him to turn himself in. And so he goes off to jail. And then we ended up bonding him out of jail, or my mom did, you know. So he gets out, and he was having to go to a counselor for his bond conditions or whatever. But for other than going to the counselor, he was supposed to be on house arrest. So he wasn't allowed to leave the house, and he wasn't allowed to have weapons or anything.
Requiem control, you may begin
But
launch sequence.
he started carrying a gun right after he got back out, basically. Well, and the guy that he had shot, his family was calling our house and threatening us, and that was legit. They were calling and saying they were going to kill us and hanging up and all sorts of shit. So my dad, you know, was packing a gun,
I
and
never doubted the fact that I was in the most
he ended up
capable of hands.
getting arrested, you know, and when he did, it was this big altercation with the cops. You know, they pulled him over, and then a whole bunch of cops showed up. Well, the first cop walked up and he said, don't shoot me, and my dad pulled his gun out, and he was like, the only way I'm going to shoot you is like this. And he put it to his own head and was like pointing it at the cop over here, like through his own head, which freaked the cop out, I guess, right? So the cop backed off and called for backup, and then like the whole sheriff's department and like both towns police departments showed up. So a shitload of cops showed up. And then you know, I was in school, and this senior that had a truck or whatever, he was out for lunch driving. Well, he had drove by the scene and seen it after it had happened. And you know, my dad, I didn't know at the time, but my dad had been arrested and taken into custody and everything. But when he did, he got beat up by the cops pretty bad, and they had, this one cop had pistol whipped my dad a bunch of times, and he ended up knocking my dad out, and my dad was like slumped against the seat like this, and he bled all over the back of the seat, I guess. And so when this upperclassman kid drove past the wreck, well, not the wreck, but like the scene, you know, because I guess my dad's car was just sitting there. I don't know if there was probably cops still there, but he saw the car and he could see the blood in the car like all over the seat. So he thought my dad had been killed, and he came to school and said that my dad had been killed. And then, like, you know, so I'm in class and I get told that basically, like, this. Well, I think I was just about to walk into class, and that guy told me that. So then I walk into class, and I'm all fucking freaking out. I'm all upset, and my teacher was like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "The fucking cops killed my dad." And then I threw a whole desk across the room. And then she told me that I probably should go home. So then I went to leave. And then when I went to the office, I think that's when I found out that my dad was alive or whatever. I think I just called home or whatever. But either way, I found out my dad wasn't dead. And then I went back to class, and I found out that this girl in class that didn't like me said that she was glad my dad was dead right after I left. And this guy, I walk into class, like right back into class, and he tells me, he's like, "Hey, Leanne said that she's glad your dad's dead." I was just like, "Well, he's fucking not." And then I was pissed at her. Like, I was, you know, it was a good thing she was a girl, basically, because I was ready to pull her fucking head off. But I don't know, I was pretty loyal to my dad back then, you know. He was my dad, you know, and I just didn't know any better.
Target reacquired southeast of your
Like, I knew what he was doing to us was wrong, and I knew a lot of what he was saying was wrong, but it's like, you know, I didn't have a say one way or the other, so it's not like I could have been like, "Oh, you know, I don't think so." What's up, LJ?
That'll send a message.
The fuck, Boom?
The beacon's nearby.
Booming
Activate
Swords,
when
what's up, dude? Yeah, I know, Boom. I didn't see you there. Oh my god, you were fucking talking to me for a minute. I'm sorry, man. I was in story mode, man. Telling my life freaking story here. Dude, I don't know if my mom had, like, Stockholm Syndrome or what was going on. It seemed like that because it took a couple years, and, you know, and then, like, after my dad was in jail or in prison, it was, like, a couple years that my mom just didn't care anymore, you know? She didn't want to deal with his shit, didn't want to hear it. He was always writing her letters and wanting money and all this stuff, and I think she just wanted to move on with her life. Oh my god, it's Duga! And my mom and I had it out. Like, as soon as my dad got locked up, my mom and I got into it pretty bad about her not leaving and keeping us in that situation.
Weaver,
And
I've lost contact with the research team at a specimen analyzer station.
because I blamed her for a lot of it. And
Strike team, proceed to DASA site.
I ended up like moving out, and first I went to go live behind the grocery store that I worked at. I was gonna go just sleep back there because I didn't have anywhere else to go. But then some people that I knew took me in, and I stayed with them for a couple months.
Your men are dead, Gray. The specimen's still intact. My team will perform the analysis.
Once the specimen is in place, the station will initiate genetic data transfer.
No.
Oh dear. The specimen's retained vocalization abilities. It's sending out some kind of signal.
Picking up enemy signatures. Allow
Like, in the end, she never really did apologize for that either. She tried to downplay a lot of what happened, and I don't know. I think she was just really guilty about it and didn't want to own up to it, I guess. I don't know.
That translates to more baddies on the way.
Yeah, I don't think she did witness everything. There was a lot of stuff she probably didn't, but there was definitely a lot of stuff that she did witness. Like the time I ran from my dad and I went out the front door of our house, and then he chased me, and he ended up like picking me up and slamming me on the sidewalk, and it fucked up my collarbone. It was pretty much chipped off on the tip, and I had to, we went to the hospital and shit. I got a brace that I was supposed to wear. I wore it for like 3 days, and my dad said I was getting too much attention, so he made me take it off. I was like, wait a second, I've got frenzied. I'm sitting here running around wishing I had armor. I haven't even used that shit the whole time. Double points? Hell yeah. We're gonna make some real points on this. Hey, frig off.
Analysis complete, Gray.
Transfer successful. My lab will begin analysis.
Billy, what's up, dude? Yeah, I've been trying to go to nights. I've been threatening to do it for years, maybe. I almost forgot to get the Electrobolt. Oh my god. Or did I get it already and I'm that high? Nope. I've just played so many times that I thought I had. On FF7 the other day. I didn't get that far, Peter. I think, let me think. I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I think I went back in and maybe did the second reactor mission. And then, no, wait. I just got to Wall Market. That's what it was. So not that far. I'm doing pretty good. Boom. How you doing, man? GT Mind's debating on downloading Cold War or Destiny 2. Ooh, I don't know. If you've never played Destiny 2, maybe do that. You know, you might just fall in love with it. I don't know. I know at launch that game was really bad, but I think they've obviously done a lot to it over the years, so might be kind of fun. But yeah, I'm doing good, Boom Swords. I'm just talking about some heavy shit, so I don't know. I'm trying to snap out of, like, being sad about it, I guess, you know. But it is some pretty sad stuff, but what the hell? Let me up the zip line. Your vacation started today? Nice, dude. Are you going anywhere, doing anything? Or are you just staying in? Oh man, I was like, where's the main? And then I remembered I've already done it. It's alright, the Sui, you know, I do like talking about it to a certain extent. Like, it does help me to talk about it, and I think it helps others as well to hear about it, because I don't know, sometimes hearing about other people's shit helps you go through your own shit, or it helps put it into perspective. Maybe you think your life's really bad, then you hear somebody else's story and you're like, oh dude, my life is actually really good. Or maybe it's comparable to mine, you know, but hopefully you can get through it and, you know, find a way to be happy somehow, find a way to live your life and end up growing old. It's tough though, you know, there's a lot of, not everybody just gets like the best go at things, and in a lot of cases, it's just not fair, man. Oh, good. The only problem you have with Destiny 2 is there's a lot of stuff that was in the game at launch. They removed it, and you have played it, but it's been a while. But you're downloading Cold War. Oh, good. Yeah.
Requesting strike team assistance.
Yeah, what am I saying? Download Cold War, man. And we could play or something.
Transport located. Strike team inbound to investigate.
Thursday, you're going to Kentucky? Well, hopefully it's not too far of a drive. I don't know, man. It is kind of cool to get out and see the countryside, though.
Your call to take the shot.
It's about the right time of year for it, too, because it's going to hopefully start cooling off a little bit.
And what's left of your men?
That is
but it's not too cold yet.
I hope your team possesses the intelligence.
You won't be home until Monday.
Find the dimensional vortex.
Good.
Extraction process.
Harvesting the primordial Ethereum is.
You'd only go to Kentucky for the whiskey and bourbon?
We rarely get to.
I think you gotta go there if you get a Corvette made, or like there's certain Corvettes where you can go to the factory and do like part of the build or something. There's something you can do, but maybe you just go there to pick it up.
You must protect it until the harvest is complete.
It's like an option. That's why I would go. Not that I'm a big Corvette man. I've never owned one or anything, but wouldn't mind having like a Z06, either C5 or C6. I'd drive it like a maniac.
Extraction at 75%.
Bravo! There's one done.
I had a 2005 Pontiac GTO that had a 6-liter LS2 V8 in it. You know, it was 400 horse, 400 torque. That thing was pretty badass. You know, I mean, it's not the numbers you're seeing on cars nowadays, but
Get into position.
that thing was pretty sweet.
We cannot let the vortex dissipate.
Let me under the truck! Oh god, that guy's trying to move the truck. That's not part of the strategy. That's gonna screw things up.
Extraction at 75%.
Good. Now deliver the samples before containment failure. These harvesters were not designed for primordial.
Look out! Coming through here. In this big truck. Oh. No, yeah, at the time I was pretty mad about it, dude.
Containment at 35%.
I mean, like, even from a legal standpoint, you know, like, as a citizen concerned for any other person's fucking rights and shit, they did violate it, you know. It wasn't right the way they did it. So, like, anybody should be kind of upset about the way that went down.
Assets secured.
But
Proceed when ready.
I don't know. They could have killed him too, you know, and that would have been acceptable. But it's just,
Launching in 3,
I don't know.
2,
The pistol whipping was pretty intense. And then, well, the cop that was hitting him hit himself, right? He hit himself in the forehead with his own gun, and then that was one of the charges that my dad ended up getting, was assault on an officer. So,
Anomaly located.
you know, when he went to prison, it was for the one charge for shooting the guy, and then the cop hitting himself. So he got 10 years for each charge with, like, no parole. So, you know, he got 20 years. Which, you know, I don't know what the cop would have done different. I don't know what I would have done in that situation, I guess. Maybe just fucking drag him out of the car. I don't know. I don't know what you do. Like, I feel like, honestly, they had every right to probably just blast him. So, you know, he's lucky that that didn't happen, but I don't know. Is it defend? Oh, good.
Strike team, we've lost
We're in
comms with a
trouble
scientific
now.
research unit at a mobile data station in your region.
Strike team, proceed to DASA site.
This could be the end. We might die in here.
Science team is KIA. Strike team will resume specimen analysis.
Don't forget to grab the specimen head.
Bitch, you've said that out loud like 1,000 times in my life. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, he had only pointed it at him through his own head,
Sending out some
you
kind
know.
of signal.
I don't think the cop maybe even saw that. I don't know. I think it was in the
Protect the data station until the upload is complete.
testimony. You know, my dad talked about all that in the trial, so maybe that's how he knew. But I think they just knew my dad was armed, and you know, once he saw the gun, he was like, "Okay, we're done." Calling for backup. And then when the backup arrived, you know, they approached the car. One cop was on the passenger side. He had a shotgun. He apparently busted the window of the car with the barrel end of the shotgun, which it could have went off just from hitting the window. You know. And then my dad was sitting there, and he pulled the pistol out as they were. Well, the one cop busted the window open. My dad pulled his pistol up and out of. He had it like stuffed between the seat and the center console when that happened. So he pulled the gun up. The cop that busted the window like dove in the window, grabbed the .44 and pulled it down towards the floor. My dad had his finger on the trigger, and it was a double action revolver, so it went off into the floor. And then hold on, the game is getting pretty intense here, but yeah, so the gun went off into the floor, and then at that point, that's when the other deputy like crawled through the window and started pistol whipping my dad, you know, from the driver's side, and then he pretty much knocked my dad out. So yeah, you know, I mean, being a dumbass kid and not really knowing, like, I thought it was fucked up, but you know, when you really look at it like that, like, I don't know. My dad was probably lucky to be alive, and you know, I don't know that pistol whipping is necessarily like the best non-lethal method to subdue somebody, but you know, it worked. He didn't kill my dad. My dad didn't suffer any fucking brain damage or anything like that. So, and my dad actually has like a problem with his brain, so he's always worried about that. So I don't know, it was
Specimen analysis complete.
like my dad had an aneurysm when he was a kid, so he has like a fucking actual hole on the inside of his brain. And he would always say when I was a kid that if he got into a fight, it was life or death basically, because if he got hit in the head, he could just die. So, you know, that's why he packed heat everywhere basically and just acted like it was always a situation. That's why he ended up shooting the guy that he was fighting that day, because I guess that's what he felt like he needed to do. That was pretty much always his plan, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's one of those things, dude. I get it too. Like if you got to deal with something that's scary or difficult, even, like, you kind of have to psych yourself up and get like almost pissed off to do that, you know. And then that's cops in a lot of these scenarios. People don't take into account the emotion that these cops are going through. You know, they're pissed off because their life is in fucking danger. You know, we see a guy, you know, get shot up by a cop because he's about to pull a gun, and you think, oh man, why is the cop, you know, saying put the fucking gun down, and it's all that. But it's because they're pissed, you know, and they're scared. There's a lot of different emotion going on all at once.
Enemy hind identified.
You figured out why your Xbox having issues? Well, kinda. What do you think it is, dude?
That crystal is accelerating the Ethereum infestation of this region. Blow it back to hell.
I mean, I don't know. They probably could have filled the inside of the car with pepper spray. But, I mean, the guy has a fucking gun, you know. What are you going to do?
This realm will be your tomb.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing. I feel bad for a lot of cops that, you know, I watch a lot of, like, the police activity channel and a couple other YouTube channels that show pretty much daily videos of people, you know, ending their life by cop. And that's what's happening a lot these days, you know, and I don't think a lot of people really consider the cops, you know, and what they're going through, because like we see it and think, oh, that's every day, you know, but for that one cop in that one video where you see that, that was the worst day of their life, and it will be forever. It's gonna haunt them forever. You know, I have a hard time dealing with the things I did to people that I'll never, ever, ever know. And they're, you know, they're on the other side of the planet. Like, it's a different thing when it's people in your own town or people you might actually know. Like, in some cases, that is the case with the cops. You know, they might actually know the person that they have to kill. It's fucking terrible. And we live in this day and age where no one even thinks about them like that. No one gives a shit. Hold on, I'll read that in 38 seconds, GT Mine. I will freaking die if I try now. I'm actually playing zombies right now. That's what it feels like. This is a round-based map within Outbreak. Let me just train them over this way. We're playing a game that was just had an update, but one of the bugs was causing the game to crash on Xbox, and it happened to me during that time, and it was giving me errors, so you think it was that.
Comms back online. Power node destroyed, Carver. The breach is sealed.
Affirmative. Infestation spread has been contained. Until next time.
I don't know the Sui.
Ready when you are.
That would have probably been even worse. He was dangerous enough not knowing things, you know. He knew a lot, but he didn't as well. Like, he taught me a lot about shooting and stuff growing up. And when I got in the Marines, I found out that he didn't know. I found out he didn't know a lot. A lot of civilians don't, though, you know. It's not like you just go to shooting school or some shit. But yeah, he taught me, like, all wrong. There's some people, you know, you'd rather them not know stuff like that. No, I don't think so. I know he did fight some people and stuff. He loaned a guy a chainsaw one time, and then the guy pawned the chainsaw. And then he went over to beat the guy up, and the guy's wife or girlfriend jumped on his back and started clawing on him, and he beat the shit out of both of them, basically. Or I think he just smacked her one time or something, I don't know. But she was done fighting after a good smack, I don't know. He had told me this story about it, basically, but... Or I remember kind of being told about it, like, right after it happened, but I was, like, 5 or 6 years old. I don't know. I was fucking young. I remember seeing these two old men fight one time when I was a kid. Like, they had to be, well, shit. I was only, like, 11, maybe 10 years old. So to me, they looked like they were ancient, but they were probably in their 60s or something, you know. But these two old dudes were really drunk, and then they got into a fist fight, and they lived right next door to us, you know. So they were in their yard fist fighting each other, and it was about the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen, because they'd go to hit each other and just fall down, you know. They couldn't connect with a shot. You could tell that at one point in their life they probably knew how to fight, but their bodies were not, like, agreeing with them anymore. They weren't, you know, because they were so old, they didn't have the speed that they used to or some shit, you know. So they'd go to do a thing, throw a punch or some shit, and just be all off on the timing and end up missing completely and just fall down. They were getting more hurt from fucking hitting the ground than hitting each other. It was just a couple of minutes. These people were nuts, dude. They lived right next door, like I said. One day, ambulance shows up. We're like, what the hell's going on? You look over there, and this guy was laying on the gurney or whatever, you know, that the ambulance crew was hauling him away. And he had a butter knife sticking straight out of his chest. And I asked my mom later, I was like, what the hell was that? And the guy apparently had stabbed himself in the chest so that he could go to the hospital and get pain medicine, because he was that addicted to pain pills. And he didn't have any, I guess, so, you know, you gotta take one for the team. But he had seriously stabbed himself in the chest. At least they said he stabbed himself. Somebody probably stabbed him. Yeah, it was cops, ambulance, everybody out there. For the fight, yeah, it was... I'm pretty sure the cops came. Well, no, maybe not. The old man fight, no, I don't think the cops did come for that. One time my buddy Mike was leaving our house when I was a kid, and it was like almost, you know, it was like 10 o'clock at night, so it was dark, and it was like late summer, just, you know, about this time of year or some shit. And he walked out our front door of our house and then came right back in the house, and he's like, you guys gotta come see this. And we went out there, and there was this old dude over at there was like this auxiliary courthouse. It was like the city court right across the street from our house. You know, we lived right in the center of town, so everything was pretty much all around our house. But either way, the little court building was right across from our house. And this guy, I don't know what the deal was. He had some kind of court order, you know, so he was all pissed off, and he was drunker than fuck, and he was laying out in front of the court, and he was yelling for the judge. But it was, you know, like I said, 10 o'clock at night. So he's just raising all sorts of hell out there for a good half an hour. You know, and we were just watching him, just laughing, because we thought it was like the funniest thing. You know, we're just kids watching this drunk guy yell, "Judge!" He's like, "Judge! Why are you holding me prisoner here, Judge?" And he was just sitting there. There's like no reason for this guy to even be there, right? Well, the cops pulled up, and actually it was the guy and his friend was sitting there, so it was two guys. Well, the cop, it was just one. He pulled up, and he told the guy he had to go home and to be quiet and everything, and the guy was getting all belligerent with the cop. Well, the cop ended up like snatching him up and slamming him on the hood of the car, dude, like really, really fucking hard. It was funny as hell. And you know, the guy was like sitting there on the ground fucking yelling and shit. Well, the cop, like I said, snatched him up. He picks him up and throws him on the hood of the car. And the guy had a prosthetic leg. So as he gets pulled up off the ground, he goes, "You pulled me out of my leg!" And his leg had stayed on the ground. And his buddy was like, I saw it. You know, like they had some kind of fucking case against this cop because he had pulled him out of his leg. And, you know, the guy was wanting to not be arrested, I guess, but at this point the cop had had enough, so he put him in the back of the cop car, and then he was struggling and not wanting the cop to shut the door, and so the cop ended up pepper spraying the shit out of him. And I could hear him over there just coughing and fucking like freaking out, and he was like, "Is that even legal?" Just funny shit, man. Cop pulled him right out of his leg. Oh man, it's defend.
Weaver, I've lost contact with the research team at a specimen analyzer station. We could do with strike team support.
Yeah, there were, dude. I think that shit kind of came around, like, well, no, yeah, it was kind of there. I think it was there even before I got into high school and stuff. I was going to say it kind of came around when I was in high school, but I think that was just when I became aware of it. You know, it's like no one's just like walking up to you in middle school and be like, "Hey, you want some meth?" But, you know, I became aware of it in high school, basically. But yeah, it's gotten to be pretty crazy. I don't know if it's, I mean, I'm sure it's worse now than ever before, but I don't really know, dude. I try my best to not know people that do that shit. You know, if I think somebody's doing that sort of shit, they're just completely unpersoned from my life, because I do not like it. I've seen it do really terrible things to a lot of decent people, you know. People who probably should have just never tried it, and they probably would have been fine, but they ended up trying it, and then they ended up hooked. And I've seen really hot chicks lose all their teeth and just turn into crack whores. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's fucking sad.
That's not good. Not good at all. Specimen's still active. I think it's sending out a signal.
I think we pissed it off. Hostiles moving on your position. Protect the DASA station until
he liked pot, I think, before, like, I was born and stuff, but, and I guess he grew pretty good stuff back in the day too, but he was pretty much not into anything like that. I wish he would have, honestly. Like, I think that might have mellowed him out. Maybe that would have been the answer to all of it, you know? If he could have had some pot, he might have been a way different person.
Sorry, what I mean to say is, there's more coming.
Like, my dad was pretty knowledgeable about the woods and, like, hunting, fishing, trapping, all sorts of different shit, you know? It's just... he would get mad and lose his fucking mind, you know, so. Ow. Frenzy.
Specimen analysis nearing completion.
Biatch.
Need you to hold out just a bit longer.
Oh, good, there's another one. Keep the hellhounds out of it. Oh, okay. Wouldn't let me use it because I was jumping, apparently. No, dude.
Specimen analysis complete. Got everything you need, Doctor?
Transfer successful. My lab will begin analysis immediately. Hopefully they might even learn something.
No.
Beacon site has been located.
No, my dad wasn't from here. He pretty much moved to, like, this area probably 2 years before I was born or something. He moved around a lot, too, when he was a kid. That was a big part of his childhood. I think he had to fight a lot, like, because every time, you know, he'd just be like the new kid. Every time they'd move. Galova! Again! What? $26 million freaking cheesy poofs. It's crazy, man. Don't eat them all at once. You're like, I
Strauss here.
can't.
I lost contact with one of my mobile harvester teams. Perhaps they took a wrong turn.
Strike team, sending you the transport's coordinates.
Sometimes I wonder if the Outbreak map would be like just one big map. You know, maybe they could make like a Warzone type map, but just have it be zombies, but just one huge. Like take all the Outbreak maps, put them together, make one huge map.
Your men are gone, Strauss. My team will complete the transport.
And then make it like a Daisy simulator or some shit, or a Daisy clone.
Intelligence my own did not.
Find the dimensional vortex. To
Kyle's mom's a big fat bitch in D minor.
Harvesting the primordial Ethereum is of we rarely get to study it.
No, I don't know it, dude.
Development. Bring the vehicle within range. And I will begin the extraction process. The electromagnetic energy from the vortex has disabled the transport.
I haven't heard the song in a while, so I'd probably fuck it up. Get all embarrassed.
Extraction at 25%.
When I was a kid, I went to, well, like right out of high school, I went to Seattle, and I went to the Pike Street Market, and there was this little like underground. Oh Jesus Christ! There's like this underground shop in there. I don't know. There was a bunch of shops that were kind of like, they were like sub-leveled and shit. It was weird. I don't know how to explain it, but they were pretty much underground. But there was this one that was like this weird little, it was almost like a Spencer's, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't a Spencer's, but they had similar shit. But either way, I bought a mug in there. It was like a glass mug that had the words to that song.
At any moment.
It was like, well, it had like Cartman on the front of it, and then the words to that song on the back. And it would hold exactly one beer. And I kept it in the freezer as a little frosty mug. And then I had it in the door of the freezer one day, and I jerked open the freezer door too fast, and the mug hit the ground, and it exploded. And the mug was no more.
Good. Now deliver the samples before containment failure. These harvesters were not designed for primordial Ethereum.
You get it. Boom, you ate all your cheesy puffs. No! What if I took them all away and it said you had 0? That'd be fucked up. I hear 8 million explosions. Oh no! Oh, there's one big explosion.
All samples deposited, Strauss. Your go for launch.
Requiem Control, you may proceed with launch.
Internal guidance, solid check. Starting launch procedure. Launching in 3, 2, 1.
What the hell?
Satellite shows successful.
That's funny,
launch.
Mr.
Trajectory
Sue.
plotted. Package is en route.
Or Mr. Suey. The Suey. I put Mr. Schlong together with your name there.
Energy
Mr.
research
Suey.
thanks you
That's actually a better
for your
name.
assistance.
Anomaly
So
identified.
you should change your name.
Head to the site to activate the beacon.
Or I'll just start calling you Mr. Schlong. Mr. Schlong will be your nickname from now on. Definitely getting tired, you guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and exfil and get out of here. I'm trying to switch to night streams, you know, but I did stream this morning, and then I went and got some footage earlier at the crick, so I'm just a little tired. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to try to keep pushing myself later and later to, you know, stay up and stream at night, basically.
Wolf Den. There's Lone Wolf. Do you read?
Good work today. Evac inbound.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pretty much switch to nights, you know. I'm gonna try to do more like video editing and stuff like that during the day, and then try to stream at night. I used to only stream at night when I first started and stuff. Come on, Abomination. You want to die today? Yeah. Holy shit, I didn't even go down.
Exfil complete. Heading back to base.
No downs and 22 waves. That's not too bad. There was a couple crazy moments. Thanks, Boom. Appreciate it, man. Let's see, what's today? Tuesday? So tomorrow is Wednesday. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Maybe more of this. Maybe something else. I've got a few new games installed. Like, I might start a playthrough of Stranded Deep at some point. I've also been wanting to play and finish Grounded, because they finally finished that game. But yeah, thanks for all the G's, the GG's and the GN, the good night. Good night, Booming Swords. Good night, the Suey. Good night, babe. I'll see you in 20 seconds when I walk downstairs and we watch TV. Good night, GT Mine, if you're still there. Anyone else? Good night. Or, you know, it might be day. I don't know. Or if you're watching in the future, frig off. No. There's no way anybody watched this stream to this point in the future. Maybe. All right.